Let's do his situation, man. Let's go.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Let's break it down. Okay, here's the situation, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, a woman friend zones her male friend for 7 years. Okay, that male friend goes and sleeps with her other friend, and the woman who friend zoned this man gets upset because he slept with her friend. What do y'all think about this situation? What you think, Busy?
If you have friend zoned a guy and you got a homegirl that rock with him, like she feeling him, you don't like him in that way, why are you getting upset with whatever he does romantically with anyone else if you don't like him? You friend zoned him like that. Like, I'm pretty sure you and your homegirl talked at some point. I mean, you friend zoned him for 7 years. I'm trying to figure out, brother, how you even get friend zoned in the first place. We don't play those games. If you feeling this woman and she ain't feeling you like that, don't get friend. I mean, you could be a friend to her if you want to, but don't be trying to pursue her and she's putting you in a position where you will never get to her. Like, yeah. She don't like you like that. Why are you? She's friend zoning you because you keep trying to get with her.
And subconsciously, maybe she was feeling him. You know, maybe it's something about him that just made her friend zone him. But obviously, it's something about him that she likes as well. Sometimes we're not proactive.
A lot of times,
you know what I mean. We're not proactive in how we approach our feelings and thoughts, and we need to be in some cases. It's cool to sit back and analyze. You know what I mean? I do that, you do that, Jay does that. I'm sure our viewers do that. But sometimes you gotta be more proactive with and really get to the foundation of why you feel a certain way.
Yeah, let's be honest here. Most of the time, women have this issue. Let's just keep it a buck. You let stuff slide too late. You do not set your standard in the beginning. And then along the way, you want things to change.
Come check us out live with all new shows. Sunday nights at 5:30 on YouTube. It's the Mailroom Show. Right here on the Mailroom Network.
Hey, look, I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Too true for the flex, baby, don't cap to me. Drop 50, bring 150 right back to me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be. Look, Papa don't preach, teachers don't teach. Gon' reach, that's facts. I ain't worried about none of that. I'm making that cash day. Bunch of O's like NASCAR, but it's really more like NASDAQ. Why they thinking that they hot when they really more like quarter on me like a referee? Hating what they'll never be. Small top with a big bottom, yeah, short shape like a letter D. Let her have it, then I let her be. If you love it, gotta let it grow. Crazy cause you really never know. When I'm hurting, never let it show. I'm a two-tone, two-phone, two-chain, new thing, lane whip, but you a broke. Low class, no cash, certified lame. I've been getting to it like I ought to. Couldn't pick, so I bought two. Understand why your chick came, I'm just trying to figure why she brought you. Really reppin' and I'm flexed up, and I ain't gotta tell him I'm next up. Sleep on the they rest up, but I'm up and I'm getting my checks up. Me and the fellas be high as propellers, ain't could tell us we great. Looking at like, how do you figure unless you could talk about 8 figures? I'm too cool for the rules, baby, get off of me. Never need no push, I do it all for me. Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for me. Money moving, got it in the market where it ought to be.
This is a deep question. First of all, I'm gonna say I think people's feelings they're always gonna find a way to justify. Like everybody has their own perception of what. I think everybody has their own perception of what is justifiable to me. Because if they explain it to you, they're gonna explain it in a way that they are justified. In terms of this question, I really think it's
hold on, hey, dog. That's what coming out the gate, dog. I'm gonna have to get. I had to check out. Oh, I got some polo on.
I could fall in. Look at my last last bet. Ain't got a tiptoe, I'm all in. Think on a level that can't fail, and I roll me a J with the hate mail. Been doing good on the merch sale. All this bread on me look like a bake sale. Tell her your was really good, I'll be really good on a jaw jack. Send an email about the bread, I'ma hit you back with the call back.
When you
cool for the rules, baby, get off of me.
When you are at a
never need no push, I do it all for
and
me.
you're happy.
Keep a couple real hitters, got them on call for
Happiness
me.
is not pleasure. I need us to understand this. Happiness is the complete satisfaction with yourself. You are satisfied with who you are.
You know what I'm saying? Like people put the material things in front. You know what I'm saying? To make that contractual.
Yep.
And then after that, you're permitted to have my feelings. You know what I'm saying? Now I'll be soft and kind and compassionate after you make $100,000 a year, and after you are 6'4", and after you are athletic.
So
you know what I'm saying?
Wait, Joe, you mean to tell me that in order for me to create some benevolence in my relationship, as far as kindness and politeness and submissive and willingness to just be kind to me, it's going to cost me a whopping $100,000 a year?
Whopping. A grand total, right?
A grand total.
Yeah.
What up, what up, what up? Season 4. The MALEROOM. Yo, my job to introduce the crew, man. What I do. First and foremost, we got my man, Rollo in the corner. Let's go. Welcome. Yo, what up, though? This your boy Tay Biz. We got Rollo. We got JB the Gent. Saying what up, though? This is episode 3 here in season 4 of the Mailroom Show, man. What's up, fellas? How y'all feeling, bro?
We are here. What up, Jay? What up, Jay?
What's going on? Oh, my man, you got the Hooded Avenger down there. That's what's up.
Hey, man, you feel me?
He does that occasionally.
Man.
You know. All love, man. Hey, yo, man. We are going to get this.
Nigga look like Suge.
From Detroit.
Look like Suge.
Look like Suge.
Look like
Suge Midnight.
From the hood.
You sure you want to start capping?
No, not really. I'm good.
All right, I'm about to get real creative on you.
Not in the headspace. Nope.
Jerry.
I figured, yo,
Jerry.
Everybody, welcome to the Mailroom Show, everybody. Yo, man, this is season 4 of the Mailroom Show, episode number 3. And, man, before we get to the show, we want to go ahead and acknowledge the chat real quick.
Yes,
we got
sir.
my man, Kiss of Pink, a.k.a. KP. He's also subscribed to Tay Biz TV, a part of the Biz Nation, but he's also subscribed to the Mailroom Network, too.
What's going on, man? Welcome.
Shout out to my man, KP. Said, what's good, Tay Biz? It's been a while, bros. I know, dog, but I'm gonna get to it. I'm gonna get to it, man. I got a lot going on. We got Chill in the building, of course. We got Chill in our mind saying what up, saying hey, good evening, saying hey to the fellas.
What's going on?
What up, though? Yes, sir. He's saying what up, gentlemen? What up, man? We are good. We are here, man.
What's going on, KP? Appreciate you, man.
Yes, sir. KP, man, he is awesome, man. He watched my channel all the time, and he real cool people, man. So we just trying to do this thing mutually, man. It's like, like me and my fellas, we talked about me trying to get as much exposure as possible because we got a lot to say, man. We got some good stuff to say for sure. You know what I'm saying? But this is traditional. This is almost annual. This is almost monthly, weekly. What we do is we start with the funny. Let's get it. Today is Sunday, man. Today is Sunday. And let me tell you something. In the Black community, a Sunday is the Lord's day. Everybody go to church. Everybody testify of the goodness of the Lord. You hear me?
Oh, man.
If you've been in the Pentecostal church, charismatic, if you've been in the Baptist church, Presbyterian, African Methodist, Episcopal, I don't care where you've been at, AME, NBC, CBS, there's always a testimony service portion in the church where they testify of the goodness of the Lord.
Okay.
I got a testimony I want to share with y'all, man. Let's go.
Uh-oh.
Yo, what's up, man? I usually don't try to make, videos being emotional, but, today was one of them days. As I on my way home, I kind of wanted some chicken, man. I wanted 10 chicken wings, man. So I went to my favorite spot and I got some chicken wings and my 2-year-old was in the back was saying chicken as if she wanted some. And I said, I'll give you a piece when you get home. But I already knew I was gonna make her a sandwich, when we got to the house. So I not even 2 minutes after I got through the door at the house, man, I opened up the box of chicken, man. It was fresh, man, looking good. And she still was asking for chicken. So, I gave her a piece and I was going to give her at least 2 or 3. And not even a few seconds after she started eating, man, she started gagging seriously. And so I had to I went over there and started beating the back of her back. And I was so nervous, man. And it really got me, as a father, because it wasn't about her choking. It was the fact that she told me afterwards she didn't want no more chicken. And so I just started tearing up because I'm like, man, now I get to have all this chicken to myself. And y'all, let me tell you, man, God is faithful, man. I thought for sure she was going to eat, at least half, the chicken that was in the box. But God intervened, man. And she didn't even want no more. And I got to sit down and eat in peace, 9 pieces of chicken. And really 9.5 because she ain't finished that one that she had. And that's y'all, don't worry. God already knows the outcome of what you're going through. Don't worry. Don't fret. Trust God, man. Man, I'm telling you, this is some of the best chicken I ever had in my life, man. This thing. Thank you, God.
Oh my
What you be finding this goofy? That's type ish, bro.
He said,
My
he said,
man's dog.
he said, God is faithful, man. He said, I had bought 10
Teared
pieces.
up,
I
bro.
want her on 10 and not eat 9.5 because she ain't finished the last one. She was broke so she can finish the last. But thank God he get his whole batch of chicken like he wanted in the first place.
She ain't want no more.
Hey, my son.
This man was crying tears, though.
Stop it,
He was
dog.
really like tears, bro.
He was in tears, bro.
Well, y'all that don't know, that's Timothy Shropshire, man. He's a comedian, dog, but he also be dropping some crazy, crazy stuff, man. Oh
About
man.
to lose
That's
it.
hilarious.
Go ahead, dog. It's on you, dog. I ain't gonna lose it too much. But dog,
Get out
Hey,
here.
I saw in the comment. I saw in the comments that our man KP asked while I started laughing as soon as you saw that. As soon as you put that up, because I see that before. I knew what was coming. That joke is crazy.
Oh, you see that? I ain't never seen that. That's hilarious, bro.
oh man, go ahead. It's on you,
Hey,
man.
Tay, that was hey, great way to start the show, bro. Because that's kind of the
Appreciate you,
energy.
dog.
That's kind of the energy we on for today's show, man. Hey, again, thank
Appreciate
y'all
you,
so
man.
thank y'all so much for being here. To all of our everybody in the chat, everybody that's viewing. Thank y'all. Shout out to my brothers, man. As always, y'all know I love and appreciate y'all. So this is always a blessing and a pleasure to be here with my bros. And we got season 4, man. With that being said, we have come together once again for conversation and camaraderie to discuss topics that are relevant to men in society, men and women, my bad, in society today. And we just glad that y'all are here with us. And fellas, as we
Embark.
on another roundtable that has turned into the Mailroom Show season 4, let us never ever forget, my brothers, the foundation that
Yes,
is
sir.
our Trinity. Salute.
Salute, brother.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, we got a great show for y'all today. We are introducing 2 new segments. Well, one new one that's been around, but we're giving it a little flair, man. So we hope that y'all enjoy it. We hope that y'all have a good time. Sit back, relax, and enjoy your boys at the Mailroom Show, man. Busy.
Yo,
Let's get in the blind ranking, my guy.
blind rankings. Let's go. Yo,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Busy. Would you like to explain to our
my
faithful
bad.
viewers what we are doing with this segment, my brother?
yes, this is blind rankings, right? So since we talk about relationships and men and women, the camaraderie and things of that nature here in society, what we do is we take the blind rankings and we do top 5 things that, you know, we have different categories and stuff like that, and then we explain what it is. And then we explain, you know, we start mentioning the top 5 list, and it's blind rankings. You don't know what I'm gonna say next. So you better be careful how you rank this, because you don't know what I'm gonna say next. Y'all saw the thumbnail. Thumbnail said the top 5 things that a wingman should never ever do. You shouldn't do, man. All right. So we about to get into this real quick. All right. Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Let's go.
Get overly drunk.
Oh man.
Your wingman should not be overly drunk.
Yeah. And this and we're doing 5, right?
We're doing 5. Now this is in a situation where you grouped up, you know what I'm saying? And you know how it is when you out and about, you grouped up and you got some ladies, you know how it is when the fellas be together, we eyeball one. One of us got one on their mind, you know what I'm saying? They're like, yo, don't touch that one. That one I want to talk to.
Yeah.
But then you got your man's over here. He supposed to be helping you out a little bit. He drunk.
Right.
What? Come on now. What we ranking that, dog?
Should we name them all and then rank, or just go through it?
No.
All
Just
right.
follow my lead. Just follow
We
my
gotta
lead.
do it blind.
Blind ranking.
All
I
right.
got,
So-
Where y'all ranking this?
Where I would put that at? I would put
Yeah.
that at. Actually, I would put that at 2, bro. To be
You put it at
honest.
2?
I would put that at 2, man.
I agree.
Like I was thinking 3, but nah, man, that can be bad, B. Like I'm thinking how bad that can be.
Okay.
Like you can be doing some setup, and that could be bad, and that can be dangerous too. You know what I'm saying? Like the over emotion that your partner might get you in a situation or out of a situation. You know what I'm saying? That you did not want to be in. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just. I think that's detrimental, man. I don't know about that. I'm gonna put that solid 2.
Where you at with it, Rollo?
Yeah, I definitely agree with Jay. That's definitely a solid 2, man. If we out, we and you know what I'm saying, we work in a room at a bar or a club, man, and we trying to fill the ladies out, and we keeping an eye out for the women who might be eyeing us, you know what I'm saying, and we just trying to work the room, and you decide to take the initiative and maybe go, take the first step and try to get the communication popping between us and them, and you stumble or you or you just immediately go up and say, "Hey, look, my man said your ass is fat." Like, come on, bro. Like, cause you just been like that.
Over the,
yeah, bro.
All over me and everybody else.
Come on, bro. Or you walking up to them and you knock their drink over because you go up to them and you knock their drink over or something like that because you too toasted. Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree with that solid 2, man.
All right, solid 2. All right. What y'all say, chat? What y'all think in the chat? Is that a 2? Is that a 2? Y'all agreeing? Let us know. All right, then. So that's number 2. The next one is try to steal the spotlight. Your wingman trying to steal the spotlight. Top 5 things a wingman should not do. Try to steal the spotlight, dog.
All right, for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and say, I'm gonna say a 4 for that one.
Okay.
I think that's toward the back scale. And the reason why is because, if this happens, shit ain't gonna be detrimental to me. I'm just saying, like, it ain't gonna bother me at all. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be like, if they try to, it's gonna be a bad thing. But even they just gonna mess themselves up trying to impose themselves in a situation that's not there. You know what I mean? So it ain't gonna bother me as much with that one. It's definitely one of the top 5s, but that's like 4, man. That ain't as bad as being drunk though to me.
All right, what do you think, Rollo? Where that's at?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3, and the reason why I gave it a 3 because I've been in that situation and it really impacted, my game on a certain night. So I know, it impacted what I wanted to do. So if I'm with my boy and we doing our thing and all of a sudden he just start hit rolling the Jeremiah, but we in the middle of trying to split game to these women, and it just deters away from the whole mission. Then I'm done. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to get that a 3 because I've been through that.
All right, so Rollo giving it a 3, JB the Jan giving it a 4. Here's the next one, man.
Hit rolling, dog.
Hit rolling, dog, in the middle of a conversation is wild business, dog.
All right, go ahead, bro. That's funny.
All right. The next one is say negative things about the homie. He's saying negative things about you, man. Little shots.
Oh.
I mean, now you do be lying sometimes with these women, right? You do be sometimes, man. You do be talking to a little bunch of women. You know what I'm saying? In front of the women, in your face, dog. And with your jacket on, cuz.
Lord have mercy.
Hold my jacket, dog.
Hold your jacket, dog.
Now, that's a little worse though than the spotlight to me, dog. I gotta put that in a 3. That's a little worse.
That's 3.
You know what I'm saying? Like what do you especially if they shooting this open? You talking about shooting out in the open? Like he just letting everybody know I'm just off kilter? Oh. So that means you trying to paint a picture for yourself? Oh, that's a little worse, bro. I don't know about that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you trying to kill my ego and demeanor because you ain't got the light? You know what I'm saying? Or you just don't look like me at the moment? Oh, no, you don't be doing that. That's cap. Really?
Man,
yeah. You trying to do something like that. Let me get a 3 on that, though.
Okay. Jay with the 3. Yo, chat, please participate. Let us know what you think about this, man. Whoa, this is hilarious.
My goodness.
We got with it, Rollo.
I'm gonna have to give that a 2 so far out of the ones we done said. Cause
You already gave drunk a 2.
Yeah, you only got like what 1, 4, and 5 left.
Yeah, he got 1. 4,
Oh, we can't shuffle them. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
you can't
we gotta
swap.
keep it like it is.
Yo, you can't swap, dog.
Okay. Well,
2, 4,
as
5.
dang, that's bad, bro.
I think you should save your number 1 though, because I don't know what he got cooking downstairs.
That's
bro.
what I'm saying.
I don't know what he got cooking downstairs.
Yeah,
I ain't
you
doing
wasn't
that for him, bro.
You wasn't supposed to say nothing, man. See,
I'm sorry. I was trying to help him out, man. You know, he was using minutes. I'm my bad.
I'm gonna have to. Damn.
Huh?
Yeah, I'll just have to. That's bad, bro. I'm gonna have to put that at 4 then, I guess, because that's
You
terrible.
got 1 and 5 left, dog.
Yeah.
That
one is bad. That one is
That's
bad.
bad business, dog.
That is
bad
bad
business.
though. I gotta agree with that. That's bad business.
Yo,
Whew.
the next one. Overly flirt with the same person that you're interested in. Overly flirt with the same woman that you got interest in.
Overly flirt with the same woman. You
Look out,
got
David
Dang,
Copperfield.
dog.
Look out, David Copperfield.
Like you got bad target practice, dog. That's what you said.
Bad target. Overly
Bad
flirt.
target
with
practice.
the same-
Like you shooting at my
the same-
targets.
The same one. He your wingman though. This is
Yeah.
wingman. And he giving you bad news.
Hey,
overly flirt.
dog. For the dating and the social scene, man. I don't know, man. Like I'm a blind rate that 5.
You gonna blind rate this vibe?
I'm a blind ranking 5. I might fall down the stairs in a minute, but I'm a blind rank down a 5. I know that's bad, but since I'm playing chess with Tay, so I gotta figure out what this is. So I'm rolling 5. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Because I don't
What
think
you
it's
rolling?
as serious as what it might be later. Like I don't know. I gotta see what he's cooking.
Well, what about you, Rollo?
Man, that's so ugly.
Bad business, dog.
That has to-
Terrible business. Yeah.
That has to be a 1 now. I mean,
Okay.
I'm afraid to say that
I
right now,
understand.
but just
understand.
just compared to what we done said, you just start gassing yourself up at my, like, you know what I'm saying? Knowing what my move is about to be. Come on, bro. Like that don't even seem like you understand the world around you to do that. You know what I mean? You don't even like if Read the Room was a person. You know what I mean? I just gotta hope that she. It would not be like. I just gotta hope.
Reading the Room was a person.
I just gotta hope.
It would
I
not
just
be you.
gotta hope she can read the room. 'Cause, like, come
Right.
on, man. You know what I mean? Like that don't even make any sense. We ain't never been boys then. You have
Then
some
it
hidden
shows-
energy.
Hey, now,
You
sorry,
got some
take it
hidden
back.
energy that you've been waiting to leash out on me, and you're gonna use it at the expense of a
Oh, this
woman that I want.
boy thinking now.
You.
This boy thinking now.
See, I knew all the after. I tried not to think about the after, man. He right though. He right. Dang,
Come
that's
on,
crazy.
bro. I gotta put that at 1 right now.
Okay. Rollo got it at 1.
Might be
JB the
smarter.
Gent put it. Put it down at 5. You put it at
Dang,
5.
that's tough, bro. Jay, I know that 5 is. Jay, I know that 5 is hurting you, bro. 'Cause that's bad.
I ain't giving up the top spot though. That's all I'm saying. I'm not giving
I'm
up top
scared.
spot.
Hey,
I
I'm
ain't
scared.
seen nothing that's like.
I'm scared too, bro.
Yeah.
I don't gave up my number 1
And-
spot.
I would have
So
did that
for
at
the-
2, but didn't have it.
So for the number 1 spot for JB the Gent and the number 5 spot for Rollo, y'all pick Hog the Conversation. Your wingman is hogging the conversation.
I knew it was gonna
Yeah.
be something like that.
I would have flipped that. Yeah, I think
You
you
would
did
have
better
flipped
than me.
5 and 1. You would have flipped 5 and 1.
I
Yeah.
knew it was going. I knew you was gonna come with something like that. I knew it was going. I had a feeling it was gonna be in that realm. That's why I tried to save it, but that last one kicked my ass. Yeah. Damn.
Yeah,
Yeah, dog. That is it right there, man. So
that is.
that was
Bruh.
Blind Rankings, ladies and
That
gentlemen.
was fun.
Shout out to
That
Blind
was pretty
Ranking.
fun.
For sure, dog. For sure,
It's
man.
like that.
For sure.
That was pretty
So
fun,
just to recap real quick. Just to recap. Overly flirt with the same person their friend is interested in. JB ranked at 5. Rollo ranked at number 1. Get overly drunk. The wingman do that. Y'all both ranked that number 2. Try to steal the spotlight. The wingman trying to steal the spotlight. JB ranked at number 4. Rollo 3. Hard the conversation. JB picked number 1 by default. Rollo number 5 by default. And say negative things about the homie. JB picked that number 3, ranked at number 3, and Rollo ranked that number 4. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, since I can't participate because it's kind of like my thing here, I'm going to assess the rankings. All right.
Oh Lord.
I'm gonna assess the rankings.
All right. Okay.
If I between the two, if I had to pick which rank was the best, I would have to pick Rollo because you ranked number 5 overly flirt. That's the only reason why. Because really, y'all was kind of spot on when it came to the reasons behind why y'all made y'all pick, but y'all put it in different slots. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Saying negative things about the homie, then trying to steal the spotlight. Y'all kind of flipped that one. So overall, though, if I had to pick, Rollo had the best ranking because he picked overly flirt with the same person as number 1. I probably would have flipped number 1 and number 2 on his with over getting drunk would be number 1 for me. You know what I'm saying? If you're getting overly drunk, then that means you become my responsibility, and I cannot do the things that I would like to do in the setting that I'm in. So that's why I would pick that, man. So that would be my assessment of that, man. Y'all did a good job, man. Another shout out to the fella, man. Did a great job, man.
Try that party.
You know what I'm saying? Let us know, chat, what y'all thought about that segment, man. We trying to do some new stuff this season, man. So let us know what's up.
Yeah.
Well, that's on you. My bad.
But no, I thought that was dope. Let us know what y'all think of blind ranking, man. Another one of our new segments, man. So I thought, hey, Tay, that was dope. Had us thinking.
Appreciate it, dog.
That was crazy.
Appreciate it, dog.
And us three as brothers, we obviously don't really have a problem with this situation because we know each other and we know how to move. But when I say I have been in some situations, we've had other friends that don't know the principles of being a wingman. So needless to say, we appreciate each other, which is why we were able to so precisely rank that one. So shout out to blind rankers, man. Yeah. Hey, we're about to get into another segment. Some of y'all may be familiar with this one, some of you may not. You've probably seen it on our show before, but we decided to, it was a spin-off show kind of, but we decided to go ahead and push it into the Mailroom show. My brothers, let's get into Mailroom Reacts, man.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
To those who are new, or those and even to those who have been here before but have not seen this show, this is one of our other shows on our channel called the Mailroom, called Mailroom Reacts. What happens is we play a couple videos and we give our reaction from a Mailroom point of view. We decided to go ahead and add it to the Mailroom show because we just thought it was a dope concept that we came up with. And instead of trying to do another show opposite of the Mailroom show, just add it on, we thought it would be better to put it here because even though we're just reactive, y'all know how the Mailroom do, man. We deep dive or we get into the videos and we kind of get to the basis of it. So we decided to add it to the Mailroom show. So hope y'all enjoy this one if you've never seen it before, man. So we about to go ahead and get into Mailroom Reacts. What you got for us, Busy?
All right, we got a good video here, man. I'm gonna go ahead and just let it play, man, and let's get into it, dog. Let's go.
Not used to having a good man in your life, or you might have seen that growing up, you can do all the healing work that you want to do. But when a good man comes, can you handle that? Because he's going to be a trigger and you're going to have to know how to decipher intuition and fear, because they feel the same. The version of you that you are right now is why you have what you have. You got to make a complete identity switch to get something different. When people aren't ready to do that, they will always go back to the low-hanging fruit that they're accustomed to.
Do I need to play that one more time?
I don't mind. Jay, you mind if you play that one more time?
not used to having a good man in your life, or if you might have seen that growing up, you can do all the healing work that you want to do. But when the good man comes, can you handle that? Because he's going to be a trigger, and you're going to have to know how to decipher intuition and fear, because they feel the same. The version of you that you are right now is why you have what you have. You got to make a complete identity switch to get something different. When people aren't ready to do that, they will always go back to the low-hanging fruit that they're accustomed to.
Low-hanging fruit that they're
When you ain't willing to change, you do what you used to, man.
There you go.
Crazy work.
Yeah, dog.
That's crazy work. But not as crazy as when she said, well, let's just take that. You know what I'm saying? You go back to what you're accustomed to. Man, that's like, you know, if you're not willing to change, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just get you. I have to say the other part she said now to make that point make sense is like the person that you are now is why you receive what you receive. That's dope. That's the reason. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you wanted better, you would do better to get better, right? But you know what I'm saying? If you were the person that just be like, you know what I'm saying, I'm not willing to put forth an effort in whatever it is, dating included, right? Or you know what I'm saying, trying to be social included, right? If you're not trying to put an effort in there to be the best representative you are, and but you're still on the opposite side thinking that you deserve the world, but don't receive it, like, it's because of who you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that, you know what that sounds like to me, dog? That sounds like accountability, right? That's what that sounds like. It's the smell. No, it sounds like accountability, man. That's what it is. Mr. Anderson, right? Like, I mean, like that was the dopest part, you know what I'm saying, of the video. Like, to me, it was like, you receive what you receive because of who you are. If you wanted to receive different, you would do different. You would be different. You know what I'm saying? And you're not, you know, that's the scary part of doing that. Like, you know what I mean? People are so quick to blame outcomes on somebody else because you have this high thought of yourself, right? You know what I'm saying? And ain't nothing wrong with self-esteem, but that's not the same thing as the picture you're painting mentally about yourself. That's two totally different things, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? Self-esteem is one thing. That's the esteem of yourself, right? But to falsely portray a picture in your head about yourself, that's a totally different sin. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And people do that, and then they the reason why they get what they get, they get some negativity, they blame it on the channel it came from instead of them because of the portrait you painted for you. You know what I'm saying? And if you really had like close friends, or you had friends that'll tell you like the truth, like that, they'll probably tell you was wrong about your concept. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need true friends. You know what I'm saying? If you self-pedestalize, they'll tell you. They'll be like, hey, man, you need to get off of that because you ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's a blessing to have, that somebody just balance you like that. Because if you can't balance yourself, or you might be overthinking or underthinking something, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's good to have friends that'll do that. But yeah, that's real, dog. I enjoy that. What y'all think?
What you think, Rallo?
Yeah, to me, it just sounded like she was just talking about preparation, man. Like, are you prepared when a person comes into your life that you want to be in your life, but they're not, I don't want to say the word demanding because I don't think that's right in this context, but they're communicating with you what they need, and they're communicating with you what they think will make you two work. And if you're not prepared to accept that, then it's along the line with what JV said. Like, your situation prior to that person coming into your life, if your situation is not helping prepare you and that other person to move forward, you're not ready for it. And sometimes what happens is we get comfortable. You know what I'm saying? We get comfortable with everything we've been through. Rather, we could have been through this in the past, but it's something with what comes with us that is still affecting us from being what we need to be for another person as far as
Right.
a relationship and trying to move forward. And then somebody comes along and let you know what, this is the thing that's not going to make us work. But they get stuck in the space that they're in, and they're not prepared to receive that. And now what could happen is too, what they'll start doing is they'll start explaining why this situation shouldn't stop it, why this situation shouldn't stop you two from progressing and moving forward. You're not prepared for it, because what happened was somebody else dealt with it.
Right.
It does not mean I have to deal with it. It does. I learned this from y'all, and I've been through situations like this where I had to let them know this is what might hinder us. You know what I mean? And if we can figure this out, then we can make some things work. But because they either can't or won't, or they're not prepared to do that, it's at a standstill. So I think and she spoke very well. I think she was just talking about being prepared for when that person comes along and they're not okay with where you are, or whether it be whether it be your mental space, your emotional space, they're gonna and all of that is triggered by something that happened in your past, or something that's happening in your life right now that doesn't allow you to be a part of what you two are trying to do, or it's hindering you two from moving forward. And somebody comes in and actually points that out, and you're not prepared to handle it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then it becomes a revolving door, because the communication is going in one way, and then it's immediately turning around and coming out, because y'all not gonna be able to be balanced. Because what I'm saying to you about what I need, you can't really do it, but at the same time, you're not ready to move forward because somebody has accepted it, or you haven't accepted it yourself about what your situation is.
Mm-hmm.
Rollo, I'm going to take your dissertation and I'm going to deep dive into that.
Please do, my brother.
So this video to me was very, very interesting. And I think one of the things that I noticed a few things. First of all, she equated a good man and a trigger for a woman who cannot handle that. It becomes a trigger for her. And she used these words specifically: intuition and fear can feel the same. I don't think it's a thing of a person has to tell this woman like what they need. I don't think it's that. I'm gonna go a little bit deeper into that. What I think is the fact of who you are as a man is triggering who she is as a woman without you having to say anything. It's the way you move. It's the way you carry yourself. It's your consistency in your manhood and your masculinity that you have that is causing a mirror to look up in her and say, okay, he's so peaceful. Why? Because I'm so used to sparring with someone. I'm so used to having a verbal boxing match with someone, and I'm used to that man giving me the same energy, but this good man is not going to give me that same energy. So now I need to know if I can handle this man's character, quality, traits that he has. And what happens is it causes the woman to do introspective view of herself and be like, okay, maybe it's something going on with me. It's been plenty of times where a woman will tell a man, like, you did this thing over here and it made me think about what I would do, or it made me think about what's going on with me. And I think the fact of the matter is that she named it a trigger because it's causing you to get uncomfortable with yourself, because you know where you are is not conducive for the type of man he is. So now you have to try to fit into the man he is when you're used to men fitting in and treating you a certain way because you want to be the one that receive or be pedestalized, like Jay talked about. So in this particular video, the good man is the trigger for the woman who's never had one, or never experienced it, or never been treated consistently as good from a good man. So then what happens is, because she has dealt with men in her interpolation, she's dealt with men that have not been good. now she don't think nothing's wrong with her. She only thinks something's wrong with her.
Sorry, I felt that.
Wrong with her. She knows something wrong with her because a really good man came into her life, and he's showing the fact that he don't need her like she think he does.
Oh, that's it.
Okay,
I'm feeling that part.
Yeah, because a good man don't have a problem with relinquishing anything in his life that's disturbing his peace. So therefore, she knows something's wrong with her now. See, when she was able to go back and forth and do the verbal boxing match, it was easy for her to say these men ain't shit because of the fact of they were giving back the same energy she was giving. The good man that's coming to her life that triggers her, he's not going to do that. He's going to you either going to level up to his frequency or what he got going on, or he's not going to even pay you any attention. Then that makes her uncomfortable because now she has to figure out, do I really match with this guy? Because if you let a woman tell you she's the best woman you could ever meet, she is so wonderful. She will praise herself. She will praise herself with no problem. And then when you say, okay, so what's some of the issues that you have? I don't really know. It's like, I mean, some people don't understand me, and see that right there, deflection. Some people don't understand me. Instead of you just saying, instead of you just actually owning what it really is, you decide to put it on someone else, but you can't do that to the good man. That's why I should use the word handle in this context, because handle means, can you handle yourself with a good man? Can you handle yourself around a good man? Let's replace the word good man with Hollywood star. Are you going to get starstruck? If you get starstruck because you got Denzel Washington coming in, are you going to get starstruck, or are you going to treat Denzel as a human because he is a human being?
Right.
That category or that status of a man will reveal what your appetite is. If you're starstruck, you want to take a whole bunch of pictures, you trying to get all in a space and all that kind of stuff. But if you walk by Denzel and don't even acknowledge him, he might be like, hey, you know I'm Denzel Washington, right? Or hey, you know I'm Kendrick Lamar, right? Or hey, you know I don't think Kendrick would do that. But I'm just saying, if a person have a status and that status and that stardom, it triggers people. It make people go like super excited, and they want to take pictures all day. Some women faint when Michael Jackson hit the stage. He didn't even sing yet.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Jackson didn't even sing yet, and people was getting carried outside the ambulance in Budapest. You know what I'm saying? Because of who he was. Now let's take it as a good man. You are a good man, sir. It's who you are that is triggering this woman to act this way, because she only knows verbal boxing. She only knows disturbance. She doesn't know what it's like to sit in a room and not speak and not have youthful dialogue about anything. What you're doing is challenging her to step her game up. She don't want that. She wants to know, why is it that what I'm used to, I'm not getting from this guy? Because I thought I understood men. Then this is the reason why when you date a whole bunch of people, you get your frequencies and your signals get jammed, because you don't know what you need or what you can fit into, because you're all over the place. And when you're all over the place, and everything is sporadic and everything, and the pressure hits, you get an explosion. So now this good man is dealing with this woman, and he's talking to her and everything like that. They're kicking in there together, all this kind of stuff. And all of a sudden he do one thing that's peaceful for him, but triggering for her. And she don't want to deal with that or handle herself in that situation. She wants him to conform it to what she need at the time, because her feelings are always valid. And since her feelings are valid, it should go her way. But it doesn't do it. That's not how a good man roll. A good man don't mind being alone. A good man doesn't mind losing, because he already know he won.
Hey, Tay, can I ask you something, bro? You just said something. You just said something real good about the fact that they're trying to basically, it's like a persuasion type thing. So how key is persuasion when women are not prepared for a man that comes into their life who kind of lets them know their expectations, more or less, and how much of a factor is the persuasion that they're trying to put on the man, as far as this is why I'm here, and this is what I'm doing. So, but let me tell you this, let me tell you why I'm here. And they basically try to make it make sense to a man who lets them know that it basically doesn't make sense to them.
I don't know. I'm not sure I understand your question. Rollo.
Basically, I'm sorry, I'm on got to get my camera fixed up. But basically, when a woman's trying to persuade you to understand why they're in a place that they are, how much of a factor is that?
It shouldn't be a factor. I don't think it is. Persuading me to let me know where they are is, I don't care about that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think men should care. This is what I think, man. I don't think men should care about what women do, for real. Like, it don't matter. I think men should continue to carry themselves the way they're supposed to, and then you will reap the benefit of that, of who you are. What women do, I don't care. It's when you come into my space, and I find interest in this, then I'm going to have concerns and cares about what it is. I don't think that a man should spend the majority of his time worrying about what a woman says or persuading you to tell you why she's at where she's at in her life and how it affects you. Like, there's not enough campaign contributions that she can give to persuade me to do anything. I think once the woman realizes that she can't persuade you is when she is like, dang, now you become a challenge to her. And women like challenges because they want to believe that they can persuade you. I mean, dude, like, this is the reason why women do certain things, because they're like, well, if I do this particular thing, then it should make him move a certain way. The problem is when it don't make you move a certain way, they have to come up with a different strategy on making you move a certain way. And if they get exhausted, they just give up and be like, you know what? Ain't no changing that man. He's on a mission, he focused, he doing his thing. And there ain't nothing really wrong with him like that, but I'm just trying to see where I can fit in. It's almost like Judge Toller when she before she lost her husband, she had an interview on the Breakfast Club, and she talked about how she married a bottle of Valium. You couldn't break him, you couldn't shake him, and she used to do certain things to try to rattle him, and he wouldn't rattle. You know what I'm saying? Because he remained the man that he was. Right. And that's not going to work with me. See, once a woman starts campaigning about who she is and trying to persuade you, she's already lost. She already knows she got an L going on. She knows this is a challenge now.
Yeah.
The fact that she has to try to persuade you, the fact that she's attempting to do that in the first place is already telling to let you know that she is trying to fit into where you are. And she knows she can't. So she has to use persuasion to try to get you to do what she wants you to do. But that doesn't even work. Mm-hmm. So then she starts questioning her life decisions. Like, what am I going to, what does he need? What does he want? I can't get to him. I can't get him to move and shake like I want. You know what I'm saying?
And then some,
I hope I answered the question.
Some people might end up just.
My bad.
Yeah, no doubt. Some people might end up just actually blaming the other person for not conforming.
You said what, Jay?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I said that some people might blame, when they come to that scenario, when they get exhausted trying to campaign their persona to the good man. Like, some women might just blame you for the reason why you can't be conformed to the idea.
Yeah, you gay.
You know what I'm saying? It's your fault. You know what I'm saying? Or you're just not compatible with me. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't understand the train I'm on. You know what I'm saying? It's a total psychological flip. Like, it makes no sense whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? But they try to make that move like we're the problem because you can't entertain us. Like, it's kind of weird.
That's why in the video when she said about can you, when she said something about intuition and fear feeling the same, intuition is just another word for suspicious. Like, these are my suspicions, and this is my gut feeling, so I'm going to rock with this. Like, a woman's intuition is her suspicion of her man cheating or something like that, or he's lying. It's all suspicion, and suspicion comes from fear. So intuition and fear feeling the same means that you think something's wrong with him. It's not him. It's literally you, but you don't want to see it that way because it goes back to what Jay said about this image that you have fabricated and placed into the world that is not in reality. You're in the matrix.
Yeah.
I'm not going to jack myself up and get into your matrix. You're going to come to Zion. Otherwise, you're going to get left behind. You're going to be stuck sitting in that chair. I'm not going to, you see what I'm saying? I'm not going to jack myself into what you want me to do. I'm not about to apologize for nothing that has nothing to do, especially if you're not my woman. And I know I ain't doing nothing for real. I'm not apologizing to you because I'm a grown man and live my life the way I want to live it. Please. Yeah. So a woman's if a woman can persuade you, say, okay, here we go. The hoodie. I got the hoodie. All right. Let's go. If a woman can persuade you to move in a way that you normally wouldn't move, she has gained power over you. Off rip. She has gained power.
That's right.
And she know that you're not gonna go nowhere. So that's why she's gonna keep doing it. And she'll do it in different ways, but the same result. You're going right back. She knows this. They will cry. They will give you a story. They will try to get you involved in their stuff. They will do all kinds of things to get you to move the way they want you to move. This is pre-relationship. This is if y'all just kicking and dating and going out.
Meeting, dating phase, right?
The expectation is set right there, and you like, hold on. This is not even what this is. What's going on?
Right.
They want to call you, and if you're not where you say you are, they're gonna be upset with you. Hey man.
Yeah. Something's
wrong with you, man. Something's wrong with you. So I'm gonna need you to get together. And that's what I'm saying. When you a man, her saying good man is the solid good men that women are talking about that they want.
Yeah.
When that man comes along and he's moving in his life without having to showcase it, billboard it, or campaign it, it's a sign of interest from the woman. She becomes interested in you because she's like, okay, how is he thinking?
Right.
Why is he's moving this way? And the way he thinks is just, I don't get it. Like I did, girl. I wore a tight dress. It's like a chick that's trying to get your attention in the club. Yeah. She's like, something got to be wrong with him. I mean, I walked up on him and everything. He refused. He's gay. It's like, I'm not gay. I don't like you.
I ain't impressed with you.
Which is weird to think about because she was probably dancing on a female 2 minutes before she saw me. So
it's like at the end of the day, it's like, what do you expect? So this is why
this
is why she's telling the ladies in that video, she's telling the ladies, look, if you got a good man coming along in your life, you better make sure you're ready to handle this because some of the things he do that's peaceful, it might trigger your sparring mentality. It might trigger your attitude. It might trigger your esteem of yourself, actually, because it's like, okay, you may not know where to fit in this area.
Right.
You know, it was like that. It's like that movie Mo Money, man. Mo Money, Damon Wayans' character was trying his best to get with Stacey Dash's character. He saw her, she was so fine. He started trying to do everything he could. And he like, man, I'm in the mailroom. She up there in executive offices. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to get this woman. He started stealing. He was already a thief anyway. He started stealing from the company he worked for. And now he in the mailroom a delivery man, but he got all this money, he got all this jewelry. He showing up to work fly, but he had the swag that the other cats didn't have that she liked. She didn't even know he really needed that until he came along. He was still being himself. His personality, his jokes, everything. That movie, More Money. You ain't seen it? God bless you. But you need to watch it. He remained himself. He didn't change. So she knew, like, okay, he's not a bad man. He's a good man. And guess what? The dude that she was rocking with, he knew Damon Wayans' character was better than him. But he didn't have the money and the stuff, so that's all he could hang over his head. So she said, low-hanging fruit. A woman she was always going back to that low-hanging fruit because she didn't understand that this man, Damon Wayans' character, was the one that could actually expose and trigger these things in me that could be good, actually. But if I would have, if she would have approached it as a fearful thing or intuition issue, then she would have never got connected to Damon Wayans' character. Instead, she embraced it. It actually touched her in a certain way, and she was able to connect in that way. Now we fast forward to now, it's the opposite. Some women are trying their best to be something that they're not to get the man that they want, and the man that they want normally don't want the women that they are. He want other type of women.
Yeah.
So now you looking past the good man in the mirror room and the delivery room. You trying to go straight to the executive suite, and you just came from the first aid office. You was a secretary, but you want the vice president's benefits. You know, like, so now it's flipping. So her thing is, if this man is a good man, you better make sure you're ready for this dude, because he's going to be moving in a way that's going to be very, very peaceful. And you think he's ignoring you, you think he's not paying attention to you, you think, and it ain't got nothing to do with that.
Right. Yeah. That's facts though.
Real talk.
I agree with it, dog. I agree with it. The worst thing, I always said the worst thing, man, that somebody can do is think that your same bag of tricks work for everybody. That's the worst thing you do. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like with the example of adulting, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't do the same thing you did in your early 20s that you do in your 40s. You just can't, right? And it's crazy to believe that your character, the person that you are, that you developed back then, is going to work for everybody later on. It's just not. You know what I'm saying? Like, you cannot possibly think that that's going to be like an eternal thing you can just do. Like, that's just, you know what I'm saying? You're going to have to change a few things, just like in adulting, you're going to have to change a few things. You know what I'm saying? And some women get so complacent within themselves, men do too, get complacent with themselves that they think the same tricks, like, you know what I'm saying, or the same type of techniques that you use to try to campaign for a person works for everybody. And then think that there's something wrong with them when you do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's the key right there. You know, plain and simple. People just think things fly across the whole board when it comes to yourself. Like, it's like every person, it's like everybody thinking that they're everybody's type. Come on, man. Like, it's just a mindset. It's just an understanding you gotta have, man. You know, your situation and who you are is not gonna mesh with everybody, and everybody's not gonna be cool with it. It's supposed to be simple, but it ain't. I say that all the time. You know, and I've been through some situations recently where I've learned this. I've been through some situations recently that, and y'all as my brothers, y'all know, you know, I'm the type of person, I give everybody the benefit of the doubt. I map out, I listen to situations, I try to understand. But sometimes if something just don't sit right with you, just don't sit right. You know, and to Jay's point, as adults, we gotta understand that, and we gotta be okay with it. It can happen on our end too. Some people might not rock with, you know, how, you know, where we at, or how we think, or how we view stuff. And we gotta be okay. If we're on the receiving end of that, we gotta be all right. And just know that, this is me, and be okay if somebody is not, willing to understand and move with you, because you'll do the same thing
earlier. Yeah, Tay said it earlier. To your point, yeah, Tay said it earlier. Like if if the comprehensive man or woman will be like, okay, you know what I'm saying, and try to be the best person they can, even though knowing that it might not rock with everyone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying, the person that's lacking will make it an issue to everyone. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know what I mean? That's the difference. You know what I'm saying? They will make it an issue. Like, oh well, it's your fault that we're not getting along because you know how I am. Like, you're not willing to
you know how I am.
To adapt and conform to right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like buying a car as is.
Right.
Some people don't do it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, a man got to take me for who I am. Okay. It ain't gotta be me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I might not even like it as is.
It ain't gotta be me though.
Right.
You know, free game, but it ain't gotta be me. You know what I'm saying? You got your ass this sticker in the window. I get it, but I don't like the features, so I ain't gotta pick it. You mad I ain't pick it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Like, but that's the complacency that, you know what I'm saying, that'll happen. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's why, like, you know, you see men do it too. They still think that they can avoid character and flash intangibles at you to get a woman. Like, all women don't think that way.
Right.
So evidently, you're going to have to change that. You know what I'm saying? You get 20, 30, 40, and you still flash jewels, nice cars. Like, it'd be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to think. Whatever. Like, that's not going to work for every woman. It's just not. Man. Like, you just chill with that. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. And don't be mad at the woman that don't be attracted to it. Like,
exactly.
That's just you stuck in a wormhole thinking that everything is still the same. It's not. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you have to change.
That's like the 50-year-old, 52-year-old dude that's still wearing like a Jordan sweatsuit in the club with the
racing jacket with the 512 stitches and the multicolored A1s
and the herringbone
and the hat, and you like preaching 50 and you still got the same outfit on that you was 23 in.
Come on, man.
And you know people peep that. You know what I'm saying?
That's not going to happen.
And you're gonna get what you asked for.
Yeah. You get what you pay for.
If you ask for the Wazoo, you're gonna get that. Like, that's just what it is.
For sure.
Yeah. That was a good one. That was a good video. Good video. Great video, man.
All right.
You got another, don't you?
I got another video.
Let's get into the second one.
I got another video. Yes, sir. Let's get into it, man. This video right here is kind of interesting, man. Let's go.
Man comes along, and this is terrifying to me too. I'm not even gonna lie. If I met a man today that was very patient, that he was loving, he was genuinely kind, he was soft in his words with me, he didn't look down to me from my circumstance, he didn't expect me to explain my existence constantly, like the woman said, what you've been through. If it gets out to the room, then everybody thinks that it's an interview now, they have the right to question you. If he didn't treat you that way and he was behind you in your corner the way a woman would be, but with the solutions of a man, I would be scared of that man. I would be very scared of him. Because that man will expect more of you. Because the man who gives you the most compassion is going to expect the most growth. And he's going to create the circumstances for the most growth. You have to be an exceptional person with a person like that. Women are not afraid so much of the man itself. They're afraid of the consequences of who you might need to be. But they forget that a man like that is not going to be a tyrant over you. They're going to genuinely love you. They're genuinely going to create the circumstances for success. They genuinely care about your performance. They genuinely love you. They're scared of that because they think they don't deserve it, and they know it's going to be hard, and they don't want to disappoint somebody. And they don't want to disappoint a man because that man will give them a critique. And if they're genuinely in love with that man, it will break their soul in ways that I can't even explain. Because it's like all those other people abused me and they didn't love me. But if you love me, and I disappoint you and you genuinely love me, then I have failed as a human being and I don't deserve life. That's how women feel. And it's not reasonable, it's not rational, because everyone makes mistakes and everyone fails. This is also why having a good father is important, because he'll push you to do things that you don't want to do, but you need to do.
Wow.
Now, if we were to make a conjunction with these two videos now, this will be the woman that understood the previous video. If you want to think about it that way, this will be the woman that if the first video was talking about, this will be the woman that understand what she said and met that man. That's why she said she'll be scared of. She comprehensively know that this is something that she needs to be top notch with. Afraid that she might not hit that peak, that pillar that she need to be on with him, that standard. You know what I'm saying? That recommendation that he's giving out, that requirement, not even recommendation, that requirement that you need to be, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, and she know that it's going to take all of it. And if because the fact that he treated her differently as to everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Not just get your stuff together. Like, you know what I'm saying? I love you genuinely, but I need you to do better for you. And if you can't, you know what I'm saying, match up to that guy, she's saying that will be the most heartbreaking feeling ever. And I have to agree with the way she said that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because think of a person that actually, you know what I'm saying, took your time out for you. You know what I mean? You know, understood where you were, took time out for you. But they was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to make some changes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and not even abrupt, like, it just in the confines of just being in their presence. Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Like, or it might not even be a conversation. You just might think it. Like, okay, they move like this, so I can't move like this because they're like that, right? So I need to make some changes. It might be all in your head. And then if that person that willing to take time with you and still be like, you know what, I love you regardless of the fact, but I can't rock with you on that level, and you wanted to rock with them on that level, and you can't, that's like reaching something you will never get, right? You know what I'm saying? And that is heartbreaking. That really is, especially if y'all had that type of, you know what I'm saying, dynamic too. That'll be a heartbreaking thing. So that's what she's coming from. Like, to me, in my thought about this video, that's what she's coming from. That'll be the worst feeling in the world. You know what I'm saying? And I think, you know, when it goes to that intuition and fear thing that the first woman was talking about, like, when it comes to that, like, I think people are not comprehending that. You know what I'm saying? Like, or scared to comprehend that, to me. They might be scared to comprehend that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even going to put myself in a position to try to measure up to this good man. I'm just going to stay in my conflux of my personality or whatever I think that's sufficient for me and let everybody else get to me. You know what I'm saying? You have to open up to, you know what I'm saying, to new ideas when it comes to somebody on a different caliber of you.
Right.
You got to open up your ideas. That already preaches vulnerability. People scared to be vulnerable. You don't even want to do the whole operation. But let's say if you dip your toe into the pool about being vulnerable and liking this person, and this guy is on this level, or this woman is on this level that you're trying to get, and then that person's like, look, I love you to death, but you just don't have it. That is a bad feeling. To be scrutinized about something that you wanted versus somebody you didn't want. That's a total different thing. That's
a total different level of rejection.
Yeah.
Like, that's rejection with a connection with someone. Like, I'm connected, we're connected, but I have to reject this part of you for me. So it's like a duality, man. It's like a dichotomy. It's like, I hate to be the one to bear the bad news, and she don't want to hear the bad news. You know, and I think that is like you said, it's a devastating feeling to be rejected on that level. That's why like divorce has that type of feeling of a grief
Yeah, I can
rejection
understand
type,
that.
like ultimate total rejection, where it's like that level was like, wow, you really don't want me. That's how you initially start thinking, which is what she's saying, which is I understand, because it's like, this is what I really know I need though. I want and need this, and I know I do, and it's like I'm like Life. I'm like the dude in the movie Life. I just can't get right. I can't get right, and it's like I want to figure this out. I want to be able to do this, but if you don't have the ability to do something, it's like, dang, it makes you it don't make you feel well. It's like some people are just not capable of being understanding. They're committed to disagreeing with everything. Yeah. And a person who is trying their best to reach out in everything, like I like this situation is happening and I'm reaching out to try to help here. This situation happening, I'm reaching out trying to help here. I'm reaching out and reaching out. At some point, you're not going to have enough fuel in the tank to finish out this process. So at the end of the day, it's like, how can I, from a woman's perspective, what she's saying, this is why good fathers are important. I heard her say that, is because that's the preparation for you. Like, fathers can prepare their daughters, you know what I'm saying, for what is needed out of them that would hold up to the standard of that particular type of man. And it's like, I understand women have their standards too as well. You know, I understand this. Women have been hurt as well, you know, not just men. Men have been hurt in a lot of ways, but we don't talk about it as much. We didn't have Sally Jesse Raphael, Jenny Jones, Ricky Lake, Oprah, Donahue, Geraldo. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't have all that. You know what I mean? We had court, jail, family court, prison, trouble, handcuffs, you know, arrest. You know, these men need to be held accountable. Family court, prison,
all the same.
All the same, right? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You know, and so, and this is the thing, is like, that is the vast difference between men and women when it comes to how they handle their own pain. You know, how they handle their own pain. Like, some women get very, very vocal. They can't wait to post on Facebook to talk about their hurt in a very indirect way. Like, everybody know what you're talking about, but you don't want to say nothing, like that type of thing. Men, we just going to the dark and the quiet. We just don't say anything. And then people who know us for real, they be like, "You been mighty quiet lately." Like, I ain't got nothing to talk about. I'm cool. We be saying I'm cool. We be lying, bro. Man, there's so many men that's held in emotional incarceration right now. You know, in certain things, they can't break free from this because they don't have an avenue to be able to say what they really want to say, unedited version of what they want to say. And then it just be out there and it be accepted without nobody internalizing it. Yeah. Like, if you told the unedited version of your feelings about everything in your life, somebody's going to internalize it and make what you say about them. And then that's why men won't say nothing. So that's, she like,
friends we do.
Exactly. So she like, if a man come along showing patience, showing love, showing it in the way it's supposed to be presented, and I've been asking for this for so long that I'm not able to uphold the standard of this, then I'm not gonna feel right. I'm gonna feel bad about it. You know what I'm saying? And I can understand that. That's
some women might be totally infatuated with that first idea, though. Like, you know, if you run into this guy because he's genuine, right? Like, he might like you for, you know, some points that you have. You know what I'm saying? Some resume that you might have. So, you know what I mean? At least from the initial meeting, or at least from stage one of dating, right? He might be like, he kind of susceptible to it. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying? There's some women that just be infatuated with the guy, right? Because it's totally different from what they had, blah, 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 right? He's just you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, almost, I ain't gonna say that, but it's totally different, right? From their previous guys they dealt with. But as that relationship goes on, they start meeting walls and obstacles about their relationship, because he started to show that what you need to be for him to continue, and y'all start running into these obstacles. Like, hey, I don't like the way you do this, or you know what I'm saying, you probably want to change that, or you know what I'm saying, like, don't wear like that don't wear stuff like that all the time, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, some things that, you know what I'm saying, that man wants you that. I mean, the woman that's originally infatuated with started to put these recommendations out, and all of a sudden y'all got issues because you never worked on those type of things. Now you start to look at it as he's changing you, and start deflecting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you just like everybody else. You know what I'm saying? That type of thing. But that's really the fact that you wasn't ready. Like Rob said earlier, you wasn't ready. Like, you was not prepared for this type of scenario. And when you see it, it's like, you know what I mean? When you have it originally, it's like, oh, it's the best thing in the world. But it's something for you to keep. Like, everybody wants the high paying, but it takes a lot of responsibility to do that. You just walk in the door just because you're not just gonna walk in the door and get a double benefit without putting in no effort. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people actually think that. And so this woman knew that she had to put in effort. That's what she was saying in the video. Like, and if my effort is not sufficient, and he still walk off, it's like, that means I don't measure up to what I think I want. That's the heartbreak. You know what I'm saying? And that's some real ish though. Some people don't measure up to what they think they want. That's a real deep thing.
Yeah, man.
You know what I'm saying? You think you want this stature of a person, but you're not willing to work for it. You're not willing to change you to get that. I ain't talking about completely be susceptible to the idea. Like, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta change your identity. I'm talking about make improvements with yourself to capture that moment.
Improvements. That's
People are not willing to do that. You know what I mean?
That's a good word to use. Yes, sir. Yeah.
So it's like, you know what I mean? And some people have this concept in their head about this perfect reality. We talked about this way back when this show started, about the Disney complex. You got this idea in your head that is supposed to be that person. Say, for instance, you run it. See, these videos are, say, for instance, you run into that person. Then what? Yeah. That's what these videos are about. Say, for instance, you run into that Disney complex. You what? Say, for instance, you got the man in front of you with the picket fence. Now what? Do you be the same woman?
Yeah.
You can't be. Like, you literally can't be. And you trying to put that square peg in a circle hole, it's not going to work. You're going to find out sooner or later. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That heartbreak, that what she was talking about. And so that's just what it is. You got to be conscious of that fact. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, everything has a you know what I'm saying, a certain standard, man. We try to throw standards out. We try to throw standards out with belief. That is completely false. You cannot throw standards out for belief. Just because I believe something, that doesn't mean it's true. Right? You know what I'm saying? So you have to understand what is right, what is real, and what is not, right? You know, keep it with the truth. So the you know what I'm saying, my point is, with this video, it's like, oh girl, like, know that my man is coming up with her dead truth about how she is and the type of person that she is. But if she don't measure up, it's like, dang, I thought that I was this person for this type of aesthetic, and I found out I'm not. Like, that's wild. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's just wild, bro.
Yeah.
I think one thing that stood out to me in the video, when she talked about her being afraid of the expectations from the man, she mentioned that because the last man didn't love me, and it immediately just got me thinking about, and us three have talked about this. I probably said it a couple of times on the show before, but I think it kind of explains a lot about what's going on in the world today with the men and women dynamic. Your experience is your own, okay? So whatever you've been through, and you get faced with something that you're not used to, if you haven't been able to fully grow from that or figure out some type of way how your experience makes you better, and the young lady in the video mentioned being afraid because of expectations, you're going to continue to have that mindset. But it's not on us to judge it. It is on us to be real with you, which I'm assuming that's the kind of man she's talking about in the video. It is up to a person to let them know. But if you haven't fully taken in everything that you've gone through that has gotten you to the level that you are at, fear definitely comes into play. Fear definitely comes into play. But you know, as a society, how do you get past that? Because it's going to continue to happen. Life is like this, you know, especially when it comes to relationships. It's up and down. You know what I mean? I mean, we see the dynamic out here today. Everybody's talking about comparing marriages to divorces, and especially in our community, that's the talk. That's the talk of a lot of podcasts and things like that. It's a reason for that. It's a reason for that. But one thing I don't like to do is one thing I try not to do is, and Jay mentioned my standard is mine, but that don't mean it's correct. I try to look at that when it comes to what people have been through. Now, I am a little less, okay, I'm just going to accept it now, but I can't understand it. But at the same time, if you want what you want, how long can you keep that as a crutch? You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to step out on a little bit of faith.
I kind of follow that.
You got to kind of step out on a little bit of faith. You know, if this is person here telling you, like she mentioned, the man talks quiet to her. The man, you know, speaks life into her. Somebody's speaking life into you, but you can accept it because you're afraid, because you haven't experienced it. I mean, signs come from all type of places. I'm a faithful person. I believe in God. I believe in things happen in order. I believe things happen to get you out of a certain space you're in. Not saying that it's gonna just happen just like that, but it's at least triggering the thought. Okay, it's time for you to try to get out this space you're in. It's time for you to try to start moving differently. This situation is presented in front of you. What are you going to do now? You know what I mean? So I understood what she was saying about the being afraid of meeting those expectations, because what you've been through, especially when it comes to relationships, is a strong foundation of who you are and how you think and how you feel. You know what I mean? But it comes a time where you got to make a decision if you're looking for the next level of partnership, if you're looking for if you're looking for that next situation to be better than your prior one, and you're presented with something, take it as, okay, maybe this is a stepping stone for me to get past what I've been through. You know what I mean? So that's how I look at that.
The profile of you has to be complete, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, to backing up to what you said, it has to be complete. You know what I'm saying? It's okay to have standards and preferences, but you still got to put forth the best of you too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to have a complete profile. Like, you know what I mean? Because somebody has one side of a profile.
My bad, Jay. Just define complete profile real quick.
Like that's what I mean. Like, you know, if somebody has like standards, like everybody got standards. This is the problem now, right? To me, that everybody got standards and preferences. Everybody want to fully show and tell and say what their standards and preferences are.
Yeah.
Right? I want this, I demand this, I need this, all that. Everybody, with men, women, life, whatever. Everybody want to be heard about what they want. You know what I'm saying? But the other side of the pie chart is you. If you're willing to receive it, if you're willing to change something about yourself to upgrade, to make sure you receive it, all of that, like, that's the complete profile to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not just choosing a better guy or girl. It's changing yourself to put yourself in a better place to choose another guy or girl. That's a complete profile.
There you
see what I'm saying? You got to put yourself in a better place. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and I think that's just the issue with nowadays in the dating piece. Everybody got something to say about everybody else, but not them.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to say nothing
That's
about
what
yourself.
I said. Yeah.
Like,
that's what I said about society now, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what's lopsided to the whole thing. And these videos are trying to let you know that if you do not consider yourself, you might get passed up on the opportunity that you were waiting on.
Yeah.
If you didn't consider yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I think I'm this or whatever the case may be. Men, I know I've went through that a couple of times in my little life, right? I know I did it when I was in my early. I know that I was probably, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, like had attention from him, her, right? And all this stuff. And I was like, yeah, whatever. But the woman I wanted, if she didn't want me, I was immediately trying to change something. I remember that in my early 20s. I remember that type of phase. You know what I'm saying? But some people get so you know, like complacent in their profile. You know what I'm saying? Either by hearing false advertisement from friends that you don't need, or looking at social media too much, or something is contributing to this false profile of you, right?
Yeah.
You saturate yourself in that one too much. You start thinking you're your own pedestal.
Yeah.
And then you put yourself out there in life like that. You know what I'm saying? And then the people that try to penetrate that scenario, you think it's something crazy with them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But what the problem is that if you put yourself in a scenario that you put down the borders because you like this, you want to attract it, and then that whatever that is don't want you, that's gonna be a devastating thing. So it's better to have a complete profile. Look at yourself, change them factors. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't gotta change you completely. But give heed to the things that, you know what I'm saying, especially if you got repetitive things going on. We talked about this before. If you got repetitive out results, you want to change the result, change where it's coming from.
Right.
If you the common denominator, focus on that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? So I think
Right.
that's it. But anyway, this is kind of like branching off from the video and whatnot. But I'm just saying, like, you know, it's the reason why a woman in that would not be in the nature the old girl was in our last video is because she's saturated in her own profile. You're just in your own thing. You think that whoever that you think that's supposed to come in is supposed to do your bidding and your thing, and if they don't, they have a problem. And then you just assembly line that thought and move on to the next. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
That's just, you know what I'm saying? Like not ever contribute. You know what I mean? And comprehensive women and men will be like, you know what? I know that if I want a certain thing, I have to be a certain thing. So I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Dress the part. We done heard that in our life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that was given to me in my early child, you know what I mean, early adulthood. Dress the part. If you want a certain result, you want a certain outlook, people outlook on you, look a certain way. That's just what it is. So if you want somebody to actually wove it into your life, you know, in your life for love and compassion and long time, be a certain way. That's just what it is.
Right.
That's the full profile of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's you gotta realize when it's time for that too, Jay. Like you know, you can only go through so many experiences. It's like somebody giving you advice about the same thing over and over and over, and it's multiple people giving you advice about the same thing over and over. Eventually, you're gonna do what?
Hopefully, you would heed to it, but some people don't.
You know what I mean? So I mean, sometimes it can be as quick as somebody coming into your life that's, like you said, the man speaks softly, all of that, and the man speaks life. Sometimes it only takes that one experience. You know what I mean? And you may not be ready to get over what you've been through, or you may not be ready to accept it's time for you to change, but sometimes it's right there in front of you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's right. Shout out to MALEROOM Reacts, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we wanna shout out to Busy for those videos, man. That was definitely a deep dive, bro. That was dope. Shout out to the chat. Shout out to everybody that came to the live today. We appreciate y'all for being here. Make sure y'all hit us up on all of our social media platforms. Y'all know what it is, social media. Instagram, Facebook. Everything is at the Mailroom Network. Please email us at the mailroom313@yahoo.com. If you have anything that you would like to discuss right here on the Mailroom Show, hit us up. Let us know what's going on, and it will be discussed right here on the show. Or if you want to just holler at us, say what's up to the boys, tell us how much you like the show, or whatever the case is, please hit us up on there. And y'all know what it is. So, fellas, what you got for the people? Oh, hey, man, like, comment, and subscribe to the Mailroom Network on YouTube.
Go. We just get rolling, Tay. We just get started, sir.
Sure, man.
We just getting started. I like it, man. I'm loving it so far. I hope our family's doing and liking it so far too. Stay tuned. We got stuff.
Sure.
Hey, we love and appreciate y'all. We out. See y'all next week.
Next week, baby.